Welcome to the BlabberMalt Show with your hosts, Dave and Mathias, two guys that blabber incessantly about beer, brewing, and bullcrap. Stick around while they brew up another tasty episode.
All right.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up, brother?
BlabberMalt, episode 22, August 15th, 2023. We're in it. Let's get it.
It's time to mash in.
So how you been, man?
Dude, I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
Great, man. Had a great time at the Beer Fest Waterfront District this past weekend.
It was crazy.
It was. How about that weather?
It was like on multiple personality weather day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was so hot when we were setting up. VIP hour was wonderful. And then we had almost like tornado winds and the rain was coming sideways.
Blew a couple Porta-Johns over. Ooh, that's no bueno.
No bueno. Luckily, nobody was in them at the time, which is good.
Yeah. And then streets were awash, and then people are, got their ponchos on, fighting the wind, trying to get their beer on.
I got to tell you, and then the sun came back out, and it was warm and wonderful, and I don't think anybody left.
Nope.
I think the rain was so hard that people just took cover under our tents or the awnings and just kind of hung out.
I know we did.
Yeah. And I think people drank a lot more, honestly, at the moment.
Staying closer to the beer stands.
And just kept passing them around. And then it ended up being just a wonderful day. So
yeah, it was a great time.
A lot of fun.
Hey, so before we get going too far, don't forget to like it and follow and subscribe us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Don't forget Spotify. We're on there now. We're picking up some viewers on there. Also, at BlabberMalt in Instagram and X. And our email, blabbermalt@gmail.com if you have any questions or comments.
Absolutely. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get some viewers.
Yeah, we need them. We need them. All right.
It's time for the Vorloff.
Well, you can see we have no guest sitting here today. It's just me and Mathias. And we already poured the first beer.
We did.
Which is my coconut lime cream ale, which couldn't talk about because it was in the competition.
It was in the competition, and I didn't even know it was yours.
This past weekend. I don't know what the results were. I haven't heard anything. They usually announce it in the pavilion about 3 o'clock. And, they're running around working hard. So I was in the pavilion, and about 4:30, I hadn't heard anything, and I kind of wandered away.
It was raining like cats and dogs.
Getting some beers. Yeah. And then I sort of forgot about it. So I'll catch up with Chris and Howard and, see what happened.
Yeah, same.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were 8 or 9 entries this year.
Yeah, there was a few.
So a wide range of beers. We had some lagers, some IPAs, a cream ale with coconut and lime.
Yeah.
And a couple other fruited ales as well.
Cool. Yeah, this might be a little heavy on the lime side, but
lime is hard.
I'm gonna drink it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
When we did a key lime pie beer in Medina, very acidic.
Yeah,
it was hard to really get that lime presence.
Yeah, without
really just hitting that acidity in your mouth and letting it hold there, kind of that swallow like you eat a lime. You use tons of lactose and all of those extra adjuncts. It just didn't really make a difference. But you think the coconut sweetness might stand out.
Yeah, it was. I had a little bit of an issue with my scale. I was trying to measure it out, and it was kind of going wonky on me. And long story short, I ended up grading way more than I needed, but it was like 2.5 ounces, and I said, I'll throw it in. So I don't know. I'd probably back it off, maybe 2 ounces next time.
Yeah, but I will say that this is a very clean, well-made beer. And I don't think that you would have this and think that it was a home-brewed beer. It's very typical of a Dave Cousineau beer.
Thank you.
You're
welcome.
Very much. Always clean, always wonderful. This is a great beer. I think it almost, I was thinking about this just while we were looking at our paper sheets when I snuck ahead and saw that was your beer, that it may have made a good sour. Like a Goza almost, like a coconut lime sour.
I thought about that. I was thinking about doing tahine spice beer with some
I'm in for that
some
too.
lime, and then I thought, well, why not just sour it up a little bit? Just lean way into that spice. I think that's a good spice.
Yeah, I say next summer we just go ahead and do both of those.
Yeah,
come up to the brewery and we'll.
Yeah, why not?
You heard it here.
Next summer.
Do it next summer. We're gonna crank out a lime and a coconut beer.
Nice.
This cream ale is great too. I like the style, so we could either do it as a cream ale or do it as a sour.
Yeah, and I think it'd be fun to collaborate with Pete because Pete makes a fantastic cream ale.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Pete's cream ale.
Pete's cream ale.
That's fine.
Hey, so we got to talk about the obvious. We're in a new space here. This is
we are.
Yeah, look at this. It's
we are
different.
in a new space.
This is Club Radon, my basement bar. Kind of spruced it up. We're going to record the show here. We kind of we parted ways with Audio Bay, but it wasn't on bad note. We just as we were getting started, we slow to grow our audience, but we are growing it. And renting studio space is a little bit expensive.
Well, especially when you're working in such a fantastic studio like Audio Bay.
Yeah.
We're talking about the studio of Billy Morris. So we're wonderful equipment.
Yeah.
Wonderful space.
Yeah.
Sound engineer who's there all the time. It's not us pushing the buttons on the 1-2. It's literally we were paying a sound engineer.
Yeah. We love Sean.
To be there. And Sean's fantastic.
Billy. Yeah.
But then we're in your house.
Yeah.
And we're drinking beer.
It's going to get dangerous.
On the internet.
It's going to get dangerous.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So it might be rough for a little bit. I literally have been doing nothing except watching YouTube and reading on how to do this stuff, to see what's possible. I thought we were maybe going to move away from a live format and, record the show and edit it. But that's a whole nother level of video editing. I'm like, this is working pretty good. I think we have a good chemistry and we can present and we do a live show and work well together. I don't know. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think we'll probably keep rolling with that.
Oh, I prefer to do live shows, right?
It's fun and
keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
We have notes today, so that's even good.
That's great.
that's good. And I think one of the things that really I'm excited about is the ability to kind of just work together and create something ourselves now, right? So we've had some shows that have upwards to 1,500 to 2,000 views, which is really nice. We got the ability to be on Spotify on video.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. Even though we only have a few subscribers there, our reach is growing.
Yeah,
right.
It is.
And so we'll talk about that later, I think. But rough, I think everybody's going to be fine with rough. We've had some rough shows there just because we're trying to work through some things too. And as we get together, we're just trying to put content out, brother.
Yeah, it's fun.
Getting people to find out about the world of beer, both home brewing and professional side, and also music and all the other bull crap in between.
All the stuff going on in Cleveland.
And we're going to get better about that too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Spend more time researching all of those things.
Yeah.
And giving you guys the knowledge base of what's happening in our area. And so you can get out and enjoy really one of the best areas in the land.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
So let's take a little tour, if we will, of Club Radon here.
Let's do it.
We got behind Mathias here, we have a nice Iron Maiden drum from my friend Lonnie. He said, I got to clean some of this stuff out. I said, man, love to have it for the bar.
And now my big head's blocking it.
Yeah. And, we got I have some Steins back here, a Winking Lizard mug, and you see my bottle capper. I got sick of, doing the handheld one and cracking crowns. And so I thought it was a nice thing to put up on the bar. I have that back in the back. You see that vertical wood beer sign that was in my grandmother and grandfather's house at their bar, and I'm proud to display it here at Club Radon.
And now on the BlabberMalt Show.
Yeah, in the BlabberMalt Show. Also, I have to mention Dan Smith, who designed our logo. If you look back and you see that blue Club Radon sign, Dan designed that, gave that to us as a gift. So, that's
very talented individual.
There's nothing he can't do.
And up here, I'm going the wrong way. Up there is our logo in the top corner.
Yeah.
Also, I see you put lights under the bar now.
Yeah, we got the
mood lighting,
Avon Eagles colors today.
Go Avon!
And if you like that, give us a comment on that. We could change the colors, whatever you guys want. Who knows?
We can do whatever you want. Yeah. It's another reason to email us at blabbermalt@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about the space. Let us know what you think about the show today. Volume, all of those things.
Right.
As Dave gets rolling with the tech on the 1-2s to kind of figure things out.
Yeah, we are figuring it out.
And buddy, I already crushed your beer, so this is going to be a fun evening.
Yeah, let's get into another one. You want to?
Yeah. So really, the idea of today is kind of just hanging out, talking, going over some things that are happening in our world, but also to try some beers that I brought back from my trip to New England.
Can't wait.
See, I made myself a little bottle over here, right? So I put all the stickers of all the places I went to, and
you're going to need another bottle. That's getting full.
Well, this is just from this last trip.
Oh, boy.
So I get a bottle of the trip. They don't last long for me. I drop things around, and
I hope you'll forget that and leave it here. That's a nice bottle.
You hope I don't?
I hope
so, you do. I want to start with something that I've been talking about since one of our first shows when we talked about what my first craft beer was. And it was super exciting to take my boys and my daughter and up to New England. And we had the opportunity to stop at Long Trail. Pull it up here, right? Long Trail.
That Zoom didn't work. Sorry, folks.
See, these are things we're working through. Right? Long Trail. I'm a little smaller now, Dave. You have to kind of.
I think you moved your chair.
I may have moved my chair a little bit. To Long Trail to see their production facility and to have a few beverages and then to take have some of their food. We didn't get to walk on the grounds like most people do. I took some video it's right on the water, but Vermont had been flooding like crazy. We were going up hills and the water was coming down. We were hydroplaning everywhere, but it was still open, even though it was super flooded. And we went to have some beers, and I brought 2 Vermont Long Trail beers. First one is my first ever craft beer. This is the Long Trail Ale.
Oh boy!
Now, have you had this before?
I have not.
You have not?
No.
So, as you think about what was going down in my college experience, my daughter got to see some of that as I took her back to my fraternity.
Oh, you did take her back, huh?
I did. I took my daughter back, yes.
Yeah.
Easy, Dave. So we had the opportunity to take my sons and family up to see Dartmouth, where I went to school and played football. And yeah, come on, you can't forget.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've fallen down on the job here.
I know. I'll pass it over. So everybody, we keep passing beers over. This is our annual thing. One of these days, we're going to get her on camera back here in the peanut gallery. But Dave's wife is joining us from the side over here.
Yeah, because she lives here, right?
We're in your house, brother. So we're talking about playing beer pong with Beast Light. If a older alumni came back and bought us a keg of Bud Light or something like that, we thought we were in hog heaven, right?
Yeah.
So once I became of age, we took a trip up to Long Trail, which is just down the street, and partook in this beverage, and it blew my mind. So cheers to this.
Cheers, and thanks for bringing it back for us.
My pleasure. So malty.
Yeah, that's an easy drinking. What do you call this? An amber ale?
An amber ale. I would say that, and someone that's really close to me mentioned that it was very similar in flavor to maybe a Yingling.
Yeah,
perhaps, right? Malty, has the hop presence a little bit, right? So it's not just a domestic, but it's easy drinking.
Yeah,
and it kind of starts that that trigger of, my goodness, beer can taste
what else is out there,
really,
right?
really good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so having one of these at the spot where I had one when I was 21 was definitely pretty nice.
Yeah.
Right. And do that with my sons and my daughter was pretty impressive. So I really had a nice time with that. And like I said, it tastes the same as it did then. I'm not sure I've only had it one other time since then. Went back, years and years ago.
Yeah, they don't distribute. How far do they distribute? Do you know?
I don't think it's very far at all.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, I didn't see any in the stores. All these states' liquor licenses are crazy.
Yeah.
But it's Vermont beer, so it kind of just hangs out in Vermont. It's New Hampshire.
Nice.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah, I got.
So this is the first one.
Yeah, check that in.
It's
a new check-in for me.
Check it in.
Untapped.
Another funny Untapped story. We'll get to that in a little bit, but we just released a beer this weekend. It's we'll talk about it, but it's a lemonade shandy.
Okay.
And someone wrote on Untapped, 2.75 tastes like lemonade. Right? It's funny, right?
Because the lemonade is in it, bro.
It's half fresh lemonade. Like, it's literally lemonade beer. So
this coffee tastes like coffee.
This coffee tastes like real coffee. It's not what I wanted.
Should order something else, bro.
Should have had something different. 2.75. At least it's 2.75.
Yeah, not one,
I'm not saying that 2.75 is a horrible score, or that it doesn't matter. It was just the concept of it tastes like lemonade.
And you don't like lemonade, right?
I'm happy it tastes. For me, I'm happy that your comment was it tastes like lemonade.
That was Tom, wasn't it? That was Tom.
I'm not saying a word about it. So, but as we sit here and talk about this beer, I'm excited to be here, man. I'm excited to be in Club Radon.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
We were literally started the process of this last week. I mean, you had bought some of the stuff working through the concept.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until, when did you email me? Yesterday? Sunday?
Yeah, I think it was Sunday. Yeah, I think it was Sunday.
I have an idea. You're like, I have an idea.
I did a little demo video, and I said, what do you think?
I got this on Monday, right? Yesterday, the little demo video. And I'm like, dude, I think we're ready.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
He's like, for tomorrow? I'm like, yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We can figure it out. And so, kudos to Sean who sent us all the stuff we recorded there.
Oh, yeah.
And I appreciate that too. So thank you, Billy. Thank you, Sean. We loved our time there. 21 episodes we kind of housed out of that spot.
Yeah. And, who knows? I don't know if I can
I'm not sure
say what their plans are, but
there's big plans.
They have some plans. They're working on some stuff. So,
we'll plug them real quick. If you haven't been out to see Billy any this summer, get out and see him play.
Yeah.
Check out wherever Rock and Roll Food Truck is.
Yeah, the Smoking Rock and Roll.
Smoking Rock and Roll. Yeah. They were at Brewfest this past weekend.
Yes, they were.
Stuck it out through the rain all the way through the whole time. So
yeah, the pizza truck, they pulled up stakes. I think the rain knocked their fire out or something.
Oh, 100%. There's no way it lasted that long.
Yeah. So, yeah, Smoking Rock and Roll picked up the torch and ran with it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They were having a blast.
So let's talk about Beer Fest. I just talk about Beer Fest in general. I thought maybe this would be something we could get into. There's Beer Fest all the time. So you have to make a decision, like, which ones am I going to go to?
Yep.
So what is in your calculus of choosing which ones to go to and which ones not to?
So when we first opened 7 years ago, I think we were working hard to get into every beer show possible.
Yes.
We went to Chardon. Anybody had a show that would take us, I was calling and seeing if we can get in.
Yeah.
We really wanted to get our name out there, let people try our product, and really just, work the process. We did that for the first year or two, but it's a lot. There are so many.
Yeah, anymore. That's every weekend, Friday and Saturday.
But that's wonderful, right? So it's good for people to get out and try these different beers. It's a fun opportunity to go. People make a day as long as they're safe and getting rides home. It's a fun event. You get to try lots of beers. It's very social. You get to meet people, right? And that's really the crux of what we want to do, and has kind of formulated how we work that through. So we can't go to them all. It's just physically not possible, especially in our spot. I know that some of the players that work through distributors go to all of them because their distributors show up and they have, a couple of their, let's just for instance, maybe Heidelberg, who had a big showing at Brewfest in Lorraine.
Right.
They had 6 booths that were run off, one person per each, and they just dropped off the stuff and it went through there, which is great for the Beer Fest people, right? Something we can't do all the time because it's really just me.
Yeah.
I think I'm at every single
yes.
event, right? And that's kind of how that plays out. And so, but that's what we want, right? So I think our focus and goal would be to say we choose beer fests where I feel that I can go to, and I can really connect to the people who are there. They enjoy the fact that I can talk to them and share about our beer, what we brought, how we made it. And then ultimately the goal is to have them come back to the brewery, either in Avon or Medina or ZZ's, and to partake in the same thing we just served them. So come for the beer, stay for the food, and vice versa. So it's really kind of our symbiotic relationship with that, is that how we choose those things. Like we don't go to Chardon anymore. I mean, that's a great beer fest. So if you're ever out there and you want to go to Chardon Beer Fest, do it. I think it's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's right there square. But to be fair, no one's coming to Avon from Chardon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We don't distribute yet. We haven't for 7 years. So, that's a far-reaching stretch for us.
Okay.
Because they always ask, you're in Chardon. I love your product. Your beer is fantastic. How do we get it? And we have to say to them, you got to come all the way out to Avon and see us. Now, does it happen sometimes? You'd be surprised that 1 or 2 families who really kind of dive in what you're doing will make the trek out.
Yeah.
But after that,
I think I kind of saw that. I stopped at a brewery that was there in Lorraine. All Stair Brewing. They're in Bowling Green.
Yep.
I might be mispronouncing the name, but they had some good beers, and it's a Dungeons and Dragons themed show. So I was very interested, and I'm going to stop out there. I go out there for business in Bowling Green, but I don't know if they're just starting out. But I was like, why are they in Lorraine? That is pretty far. But I'm going to be one of those guys that goes to Bowling Green and checks out that brewery.
Yeah, and I think that they have the really cool space.
Yeah, it's like an A-frame. I did look them up. Yeah.
Which I want to go see them as well. It's just one of those things. Getting out to Bowling Green can be a difficult scenario.
Yeah,
right? I'm glad they came, and I would love to see, since it's in our backyard, and I think that the Lorraine Brew Fest is one of the premier brew fest in our area. It's fun. There's live music. There's good food. There's a really cool VIP area. This year, Lorenzo's came in and did food for the VIP and paired our beer with food. Right?
That's awesome.
So that was really neat. And it's just a really cool experience and environment. So if you're a brewery who is looking for another beer show to go to where you can actually talk to all the people and they expect that to happen, right? Come to Lorraine Brew Fest, because that's what we do. You talk and you hang out, and I think you can meet all the brewers are there.
And we've always had good weather until this year, but I think we've proven that even bad weather doesn't keep people away. They're still out there sampling beers like their life depends on it, man. Yeah.
And, we went through 9 6-barrels.
Wow.
Of beer.
Yeah.
That's how busy this event was. So we've gone to some beer shows where you bring 2 or 3, maybe 4, and it is what it is, right? 9. It just was that busy. Even with taking tickets this year, it was a busy crowd.
Yeah.
People were walking up, checking in during the crazy rainstorm.
Oh, yeah. And then they're hanging out in the tent and just more beers.
More beers. Now, we didn't, I'm not going to say about tickets during the beer storm.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, they're all waterlogged. So let's talk about your volunteers, because you have some great volunteers pouring for you guys. You want to shout them out?
Of course I do. So every beer fest, kind of the rules are the same. We sell our product to the organizers of the beer fest.
Correct.
Right. In this case, it's the Lorraine Brew Fest Waterfront District, and then they own the product, and I'm not to pour it. Right. It's not my job, so they have to have volunteers to do that. Or you can bring people who do not work for your brewery to do that. And we always take volunteers from people who sign up for Brewfest, get the shirt, and do all those wonderful things. But we have, for sure, 2 people every time that show up to every Brewfest, and they are part of our family, and they're just wonderful. And I'll tell you who they are in a second, but let's talk about this beer real quick.
Okay.
In a second.
Okay.
Do a little segue into that.
All right. Okay.
So this is another beer from Long Trail. This is their Vermont IPA. So it's a New England IPA, born in Vermont. Again, doesn't mean it's a hazy, right? Being a New England IPA, but it's
not necessarily.
Vermont IPA, Green Mountain Haze, Vermont. So this is the can here. So cheers.
Cheers, and thanks again.
You're welcome. This is going to be a long show, I think, because we have nine beers to get through tonight. So
I'm not complaining. I'm happy.
Nice, soft.
Yes, it is.
Has that nice piney finish.
Very light.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's good. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'll talk about them again. 2 of my favorite people, Tom and Maria Vamis Percy. They love us. We love them. We become really close friends. And so what they do, just like how I met you, right, at the brewery, you and your wonderful wife, we become community, right? That's what brewing is community. And so you come to the restaurant, we drink beer together, we talk, we become friends. We end up doing podcasts together and do life together, right?
Doing podcasts together.
Tom and Maria, they're a weekly. They came on the very first day. He has pictures of the very first flight, and from that day, they've been regulars and part of our family. So much so that I actually had the opportunity to counsel and perform their son and daughter-in-law's wedding ceremony, which was pretty awesome.
I forgot you were an ordained minister.
I am able to do marriages in the state of Ohio.
Wow.
Right? And I do.
Mathias, what don't you do?
Sleep very much. But, that's just part of community, right? To be able to meet people and them to say, what are the beer fests? What can we do to help you out? How do we help you set up and tear down and do all those things? Because we're a family brewery.
Right.
If I'm at the restaurant, someone has to take my place, right? And we have great staff that do all of those things for us, but that heavily relies on my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, and other people in the business, our managers, Kevin and Heather, and all of our other staff. So, not being able to take anybody else with me can be tough. Setting up tents, 1 or 2 tents, if we're going to open up Medina to the beer shows, it's a lot. And so they've taken that under their wing to really help out, and they love our product. They are ambassadors for us. They pour, they talk, they really speak very highly of everything we do, and it's really fun.
And they learn about your beers, and they are very knowledgeable about them.
Yeah, I mean, they come on the week before, and we try the beers that we have, and they ask questions, and just able to be people who can communicate about who we are.
Yeah, and I met them through you, obviously, at these beer fests, and they're great people. And you know what? They live just a few houses from us.
They sure do.
Yeah, I walk my dog. I see Tom all the time.
Yeah,
he's out doing his walks and stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
It's
fun.
And it's kind of cool coming full circle with this. So that I also was a teacher, right, for 20 years. And this is my first year working in our communications department at the vocational school, doing the career services specialist, creating partnerships between business and industry and our school, right? Getting kids jobs and really creating that contact.
Yeah.
We just hired their daughter-in-law.
Really?
Right, who I helped perform the ceremony for.
Oh, wow.
Biffy
That's
Bamas
great.
Percy. So really cool to see her in the building. So life is full circle.
Yeah.
Totally
That's great.
full circle. I love it.
Yeah, they're good people.
It's
man.
good stuff.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah, super good people.
Speaking of other good people, we got to shout out Howard and Chris that we know from the Brewfest, the waterfront that we just did. Man, I saw Chris out there. He's like soaked in sweat. He's lifting those.
Oh my goodness.
Those water bottles and carrying them out, and I'm like, wow, dude, you're working it.
You should see him. I think he went through 3 shirts.
Yeah. So I mean, they just do so much to put on that festival, and we appreciate it. And they also put on the homebrew competition, organize that. That's not easy, but yeah, shout out, guys. We really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun Saturday. Can you tell we keep talking about it?
No. It's good to talk about it because it is part of what we're doing here in the podcast, promoting something that you should go to. And the date's already out for next year. Brewfront WD.
Yes.
.com for the Lorraine Brew Fest. If I would love to see, and it's gonna be hard for me with timing, but I would love to see a more ramped up homebrew competition. Not that 9 people isn't fantastic, right? But what if we had 18?
Yeah.
Or 20 people, 24 people who showed up and dropped beer off, and were able to just kind of build that momentum of creating a space where homebrewers can really get an opportunity to showcase their product in a way that's not necessarily judging without an end result, right?
Right.
Because the end result for us is actually to take your beer and to brew it on a professional system and then have parties where we release that to the public for free.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty neat thing that we only do here at the Lorraine Brew Fest.
Maybe we can put the snobs together with these guys and come up with something. Maybe
it might be something
a
important to
BJCP event or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never know. So that's something that I think I would like to see kind of move forward in that. But I mean, there's cornhole, several live bands that were so good.
Yes.
They were so good. Food was wonderful. Food in the VIP was wonderful. If you came to the Brewfest and were not a VIP member, you missed out because Lorenzo's put on a spread.
Yeah.
A massive spread. I mean, we're talking about shrimp appetizers, and they had beef sandwiches and tiramisu, and it just was over the top.
Yeah.
We took our barley wine as one of the VIP beers.
What?
I know.
I didn't have any of that.
I know. Kicked the keg there too. So a lot of people have VIP beer. So, if you haven't have a VIP ticket, get one. They really outdid themselves this year in the VIP room.
And there's also a bunch of other vendors, not just breweries.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people were. I mean, I think there was a gentleman there helping people to get lower prices on their utilities.
Oh,
right?
okay.
If they didn't already lock in, we know in Ohio they're just up and out into the open, and so that's a fluctuation rate. And so he was there, and they gave away all of their product they were trying to do. People
was he trying to reach you about your extended warranty on your car?
He was. Look at you. A little laugh sound. My best friend's coffee was there. Some people who did pickles were there. So yeah, vendors to try different things. You can buy other products. It's not just a beer fest. It's a really, really, really cool event.
Yeah, had a great time.
Awesome.
Great time.
Yeah.
Hey, so we kind of talked a little bit about our presence on Spotify, but I kind of just wanted to reiterate that, because they do have video now, and so it's probably at least as important for us as Facebook and Facebook Live and YouTube. Mm-hmm. So you guys get out there and sign up for a free account and, subscribe to our podcast there.
Yeah.
We had 8 viewers in the past 2 weeks, and it was on our episode 21 and 20, 2 each, was the highest viewed videos. So, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me that watched them. So
it wasn't me either. So I didn't have those.
Some random people are watching our show for whatever reason.
We haven't done any promotion of those things. We haven't that's just an organic find.
Yeah. And as that creeps up, it gets suggested to more people who are searching for, the hashtags that we put in there, brewing and craft beer and things like that. So
yeah, absolutely. So we've been hitting pretty hard, Instagram, X, Facebook, YouTube. But really, how do people find us again when you're looking at those options?
Well, the BlabberMalt Show, you can search us on Spotify, Facebook, and YouTube. And at BlabberMalt, Instagram, and X is where we're at.
Nice.
And blabbermalt@gmail.com if you want to send us an email suggestion. Let us know how you thought this show was, What do you think of Club Radon? Our new digs.
So what happens if you're not you're maybe on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio and those other podcasting streaming things? I can look at my car and watch. Are we on those too?
We are.
Yes.
The BlabberMalt Show. That's on the RSS feed, so you can search us there. You people are smart. Use the search function. You can find us.
Absolutely. iHeartRadio, Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts in your car, in your CarPlay. Find it, hit the play button.
Google Music.
Listen to our shows. I would appreciate that. But the plug for Spotify is really important. I think that's nice to push that too.
Yeah, I think we should lean into that a little bit more. That's going to help us out a lot.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's time for
So, homebrew happenings. We talked about my lime cream ale, and I don't really know what happened at the Brewfest. We're going to find out from Chris and Howard. But I had talked before when I talked to Jessica Imes about converting my garage to an electric brewery. So as far as that goes, all those funds are sitting right here in the studio. This is all the podcasting equipment that I bought took those funds. So we're going to put the electric brewery in the garage on the back burner.
Well,
yeah, I'm looking at my wife.
I appreciate
over
that. I appreciate that.
So yeah, this is the electric brewery.
Get out there and watch a podcast so that Dave can get back.
Yeah, we need to get monetized, son.
And get his electric brewery up and running.
I do.
I know you do.
So we're just going to be propane for now.
And we're going to do that outside?
Yeah, we're going to keep the storage condo, and I'll just brew over there for now.
Wow. Look at that sacrifice.
Yeah, but
sacrifice for growth.
This is fun too.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And we do this every week.
So other things, I put this in the homebrew happenings. The Cleveland Brew Shop. If you remember our last episode, we were out there talking to Darren about the brew shop, and I just wanted to let you guys know they are having their second annual Oktoberfest party / homebrew competition. He was telling us that it was going to be a one-off event, but everybody said, hey, man, that was pretty cool. You should do that again. So they are doing that again. And it is September 23rd, 6 p.m. it starts. It goes to about 10. They have a beer tasting and homebrew competition and just all kinds of fun stuff. So get down there. Check it out.
It sounded so fun, especially being outside, out back. In the kind of beer garden area.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we talked about it last week, but honestly, the Cleveland Beer Shop is really what got us moving.
Oh, yeah.
So we owe them a lot of debt of gratitude for the help that they gave us as home brewers over the years.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a great shop, and I told you I try not to brew on Sundays and Mondays because they're closed, and you might need something and have to run down there.
It is inevitable. Yeah. That when you're brewing at home, that you need to catch up.
I need a part. I need an ingredient. Yep. I need something.
I forgot, and I screwed up something.
Yeah, I broke my hydrometer.
And you run.
Yeah.
And it works out fine.
Yeah.
You get there and back by the time your boil's done. It's all happy.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all happiness.
So now on the Pro Brew side, Matthias, what's going on at ABC? I'm falling behind here.
Which is surprising since I don't do this anymore, Dave. Come on now. Before we go, this is a Pro Brewer. This is a Maine Coast IPA from Fogtown Brewing Company. And Fogtown is a wonderful, wonderful little brewery in Maine. Like, absolutely wonderful. Small. You kind of walk through a wooden trellis that says Fogtown on it. And they are small, local, everything you think to be a little tiny Maine brewery.
Right.
Inclusive and eccentric, and their beers are off the chart. I mean, of course, they have this Maine Coast IPA, which is kind of that New England style IPA. But they had a curry beer.
Ooh.
They had
I
some
want
oyster
to
stouts and just across the board, just super cool, super eclectic. If you just kind of picture what you think a off the beaten path, funky little brewery would look like, that's it.
Yeah.
It was epic. It was everything that I ever thought it would be. So Fogtown Brewing, wonderful place. Really cool experience. Across the board, their beers were pretty good. This is the double dry hop with Citra, Ella, and Mosaic. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah. That's soft, delicious.
This is in Ellsworth, Maine as well. So small little town. They had pizza. They had a little pizza thing outside. And again, the pizza, of course, you could get a cheese or pepperoni. But outside of that, we're talking about just some crazy, wild things that they were doing with food. And
you said oysters. Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere. So it was just, obviously you're in Maine, so the opportunities there are endless. But it was just really cool. I had a great time. I bought every beer I could. We have this here today, but bought bottles of their oyster stout. I have to try that at some point. I have a can of that. I have another can of another oyster stout at the house. We'll try to share. And it was a blast.
I like when you go on vacation, you bring presents back.
I did. I brought cases of beer.
Thanks,
back.
man.
Welcome. Cheers. I mean, how many times you get out to New England and bring back some cool stuff that you've never tried before?
Yeah.
Very
Not
rarely.
often. Yeah.
Not often.
So also Pro Brew happenings, Collision Bend. I just saw this. They're having their first annual Riverfest, August 27th. Starts at noon, goes to 7. They have a bunch of bands, a DJ, a special menu, special drinks and games, and it is all to support rescuing dogs. So they're trying to clear out the shelters and rescue a bunch of dogs. So I love that when
absolutely
people, for the pups.
For the pups.
Yeah.
Just like we have a local brewery that does the same thing, Four Paws.
Four Paws, Red Farm, Red Farm?
Red Wagon.
Red Wagon Farms, yeah. Like a co-brewery out there.
Real cool space for that.
Yeah, love it. So, good on Collision Bend.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I don't know if my Grate and Grind is still on.
We should check.
Did I mention I did a collaboration?
Saison Grate and Grind. They were there. Ben was there.
Yes.
And
he
was part of the homebrew judging competition too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You know what? I ran into him before the competition, and I forgot he was judging, and I told him what my beer was. He was like, "Oh, do you have something in the competition?" And I blurted it out, and I'm like, "Ah."
He kept it a secret.
Okay.
At least for a little bit.
Yeah.
He did. Great Lakes, we've been talking about their 35th anniversary party for a while.
Yes.
And it's coming up pretty quick. When is that date?
Coming up. When is it coming up? You just looked at it.
8/19.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
And this weekend.
Yeah, this Saturday.
And again, if you post on Instagram and Facebook, hashtag GLBC35, you can win cool stuff. I have not done it yet, but if you're into winning Great Lakes swag and other fun things,
swag, yeah,
get up there and try it out.
Yeah, they have some, retro beer cans and retro shirts and hats.
See, that's
and
cool.
Stuff like that. Very cool. Yeah.
I mean, 35 years.
Yeah.
We're not a young pup on the brew scene. It's only been 7 years.
Yeah.
We're heading out to our almost our 8th year now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. End of August, right here at the end of the month.
Probably seems like you just
football season.
Up,
first football game of the year. It does seem like yesterday, but also seems like 35 years.
Sometimes it could be 35 years.
Some other pro brew happenings that I want to talk about are things that are pretty cool. We had opportunity to look at the Funky Turtle, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Cleveland Scene posted some updates here on the Funky Turtle, and that's going to be at the Willoughby location.
Right. The old Willoughby Brewing Company, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so they're working diligently now to get open. One of their brewers, their owner was also partners in another brewery. Remember that brewery?
Was
starts with a P.
Pulpo or Pompatus?
Yes, Pompatus.
Pompatus, yeah.
Yeah, he was a partner in Pompatus, and they went to look at Pompatus, went to look at the Willoughby location, and said, isn't for us, but this gentleman couldn't pass up the opportunity to walk into the space and try to revive what was once there. And so we wish him the best of luck. If you want to check it out, the Scene put it out. I think it's also on some of the Cleveland Craft Brew news as well too. So
I think it's on the Facebook.
Yep, on Facebook. The Facebook.
How old am I?
Well, the movie says they cut that out pretty quickly on before they got started. So, and then also, lastly, one of the things I think it's important for us to talk about is community. Right? I talked about the beer and brewing being a community, and that doesn't extend just to Lorain County for us, or Cleveland, or even Ohio, where we're part of the OCBA, or even nationally. Right? We're looking at Maui in general. If you've been looking at the news at all, Maui has some devastating fires that just took place. That's close to home for me. You know, we have a family place in Maui, just west of the fires.
So you didn't have any damage?
We didn't have any issues there, which is fantastic. But
still, you got to feel for the people that were caught up.
The entire Old Lahaina is just gone. I mean, we're talking 9,000 to 10,000 homes, like people and displaced, and the devastation is really, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, we've been praying for the people of Maui and really trying to find opportunities to help them out. Garrett and the rest of the Maui crew helped us out as well as we looked forward to opening our own space up. Our King Coconut and our Ohana, we're kind of pseudo collabs with them. We walked through some stuff, and so we have a good connection to them there in Maui, and we signed up to be a part of some fund relief for them. And so we are going to be working with their Kukua project, and that is benefiting those impacted by the Maui wildfires. So they're going to come up with a recipe and one beer brewed by many people, and then all of the proceeds, not just some, but they're asking for all of the proceeds of this beer to be sent back through Maui Brewing Company for their fire relief. So we know it's going to be local.
That's great.
Garrett and his family are super ingrained in the local culture of Maui. And we know the money will go to those people who are the most desperate in need. And so with that being said, we're going to be on that. And as soon as we get opportunity to do that, Avon Brewing Company will be on the scene brewing up our Kukua beer as well. So,
well, thank you very much for that. That's very commendable. Thank you.
It's the least we could do to help out everybody who lost everything there in the Lahaina area. All the shops, Waikiki Brewing Company is gone. Some of our favorite restaurants are gone. Literally, the entire city is gone. So it's pretty devastating. People lost their homes, and the Kanaka, where they had these family homes for generations, and they're gone. The opportunity that's we're looking forward to being displaced and coming back to the mainland is just, it's devastating for people.
Yeah.
So pray for Maui, everybody. Absolutely.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
So, that's the things that are on the outskirts for us at Avon Brewing Company. Not to really be a Debbie Downer at the moment, but
no, it's important to
beer community.
Take care of those people, and you being part of that community as well.
Yep.
That's very nice.
Yeah, and we'll post some links below on how you can actually help out without giving money to the government, which is not always the best idea. They want everything to roll through the Red Cross, and I think that the people in Maui would prefer that you would help them out locally. So we'll put some deets below with some actual local people who I know to be 100% able to help directly to people. So
okay,
sound good?
Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. What about equipment?
Well, I was going to talk about brewing equipment, but
you just said you spent all your money.
It's all podcasting equipment. So we got some of these nice Rode pod mics, and obviously this branding they put on the mic arms here is Rode as well. We got an audio interface from Motu. M6 audio interface that's going into the computer. I had to. I thought I was going to be able to use my laptop, bring it down here, plug it in. I hooked it up to the software, to the equipment, and it said, dude, can't do it.
No bueno.
Can't do it, man. I don't have the cojones. So I had to bring my gaming PC from upstairs down here. So now it's the AV computer.
Oh, it's epic.
Yeah,
Dave's gaming computer is epic.
It's not breaking a sweat here.
It's gigantic.
I got I got an Elgato Facecam Pro 1080 or 4K by 60 refresh rate.
It makes me look dark.
It's pretty nice. We got some new lights, some accent lights, and so
I'm blown away, man. I walked down here. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, again, this is wonderful. Our mics are big. That's one of the questions that's come to me from someone very special was, what if we just kind of up the size of your mic, right?
Our mics are big. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. So I got a big mic, and it has a nice little boom arm to it, right?
Absolutely.
And it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
My headphones are, what are these? Because these are ridiculous.
Those are Audio Technica headphones.
And
so, yeah.
they're sweet.
We're learning, man. We're learning.
I'm just here for the ride. I'm just here for the ride. I'm happy about it. So, nice job. If you, again, have opportunity to email us about what the show's like today, we would love to hear from you. Put some comments down below. We are live today, or email us at the BlabberMalt at BlabberMalt@gmail.com.
BlabberMalt@gmail.com.
BlabberMalt.
Man, I am 2 beers behind.
You're 2 beers behind?
This guy's getting after it. So we got local happenings.
Denise is definitely on the same page as me too.
We're
First of all,
we got to talk about beer releases.
He's ignoring the fact that everybody else is on pace.
Mathias, talk about this beer.
Okay, this beer. So if you see here,
we're getting silly.
This is from Mast Landings. Mast Landings is right up the street from Maine Beer Co., which was our main stop on the way there. But Mast Landings is a larger brewery that is in a almost like a strip mall, right? But they take up the majority of it.
Yeah,
and they had like 20 some beers on tap. They had a really cool kitchen, kind of like we have in Medina, where it's not their kitchen. They have a restaurant beside them that does some takeout food and some really nice other offerings. But there's a window in between, so you walk up to the window, and that's how you order food. You can do it through your phone or QR code. But that's Mast Landings, and this was one of my favorites. This is their Day Glow Vibes, which is a double dry hopped IPA. Again, near New England, gotta try the New England IPAs. This is a Mosaic and Centennial and Chinook beer. So
yeah, that's
you get the old school C's.
Classic, yeah.
You can smell them. You can smell them. See? That's good.
Wow, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cheers. One of the things that I noticed in my travels, especially in Maine, is the lack of flights. They don't do them.
Really?
Mm-mm. They don't
believe
most
in
in
them.
England don't do. No,
It's
they
a
do.
religious thing, or what?
No, I'm not. I didn't even research it, but most of the places they do, like they have pints and half pints, 9-ounce pours, and you can get 2 9-ounce pours as you go through, and just keep working your way down the line. I know.
Hey, that's a giant flight.
Even at Trillium,
No.
same thing. It is 2 5-ounces at a time.
Yeah,
And that's all you can get. So we worked our way down the list.
I'll bet you did.
Absolutely. Got to try them if we can bring some
Yeah.
home to everybody. So we did.
Yeah, that's a good beer. I love that.
I think it's a good beer.
Yeah.
So you did some research this week on some beer releases. Can I go first?
Yes.
We have a beer release this week. Today, actually. So
Today.
at Avon Brewing Company, we're releasing our Lucky's Lemonade.
Yes.
That's that shandy I was talking
It
about.
tastes like lemonade.
It tastes like lemonade. 2.75. So it's a pretty classic shandy, right? We brewed a really light
I need
ale.
a boo thing, like
A boo. We'll find a boo next
I don't have
time.
a boo. Yeah.
It's a really light ale, mixed 50-50 with a really nice lemonade. Not overly sweet. I think it's a really good shandy.
It's not a real nice lemonade if you ask Mr. 2.75 on Untapped.
2.75. But it kind of reminds me almost like a hop and frog variation of a shandy, right? So it is a little bit on the sweet side, but not overly sweet. And it sits really well. Lucky is because that is my mother's maiden name. It's our family name. And all my family came up most recently. We're at the Truster release too, and so Lucky's Lemonade. There it is.
Nice.
So ABC tonight.
I got to get up there. Try that sucker.
Post show.
Yeah. Roll up there.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
We got some brews coming out here. Masthead collaborated with Columbus Brewing Company. Came up with Hop Mama. And
Hop Mana.
Hop Mana.
Hawaii.
Yeah,
right there.
Hawaii.
That's my mana.
Yeah.
That's where your all comes from.
That's your power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a New Zealand double IPA. I believe Nelson Sauvin hops. So
I saw that today. I am stoked to try that beer.
That's going to be good.
For sure.
Yeah, because both of those breweries don't make crap.
Nope.
They make great
wonderful beer.
Hop and Frog released their double pumpkin called Frog's Hollow. It's I think it's out now. And they're also going to release a whiskey barrel version, which I'm kind of excited to try. I think it's about a 9%.
Sounds great.
Yeah, 9%.
They do all high ABV beers.
Yeah, they're all the whiskey barrel is probably 10 plus.
I'm sure
10 plus. Yeah. So Arche came up with something a little bit lighter than that. They have their just called pumpkin ale, but it's more of like a blonde, lightly spiced pumpkin ale. So Royal Docks also Pumpkin Slayer with coffee added.
Nice.
That's going to be pretty good. I always like a pumpkin beer with some coffee. I know you guys did the 99 pumpkins with the coffee.
Yes, we have that too. So our 99 pumpkins is very similar to that. A nice light amber ale with some of the pumpkin spice flavors. We had a coffee again this year too, so it'll be out soon.
Nice.
We should do a pumpkin tasting here.
We should. We're going to talk about that in a second here.
No.
It's going to be epic. So Immigrant Son, I like they came up with a Gordian's Pumpkin Ale. So it's got it is a good name.
Well played.
It is a good name. Yeah. So
can we talk about the pumpkin ale thing?
Yes.
I think it's a great idea.
Yes.
We're at a bar.
Yeah.
And fill everybody in. Share your vision. I think it's
great. This is what I was thinking. We do the show here and we might have a guest. But we have these bar stools behind us that are empty. So we were thinking maybe we would do a pumpkin tasting or a pumpkin beer tasting here and invite some of you to come on the show. But you got to do something for us if you're going to come on the show. We need you to send us an email at blabbermalt@gmail.com. Give us your name and the handle you go by at YouTube or, Facebook would be your name. So we can verify that you followed us and you liked us. And the first 4 to do that can sit right here and enjoy some pumpkin beers with us. What do you think?
I think it's great.
I think that'd be a great idea.
And I think that that's something we can do not just for pumpkin ales.
Maybe for other beer
Christmas
styles.
beers and other styles. Dude.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And
so get out there and do that.
Do that. Do it in the comments on the video here or, email us, blabbermalt@gmail.com, and give us the information. We'd love to have you on. Yeah.
You can be in our peanut gallery.
Yeah,
right
you get into all kind of bull crap.
Try some beers with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of fun.
So there are some beer events coming up. We got we're going. My wife and I and the family are going to Pittsburgh to the Rhythm and Brews Fest this weekend.
That looks so cool.
We got a Airbnb or VRBO. I don't know what it is. Gonna spend the weekend up there. Go to this Rhythm and Brews Fest. My nephew William and his fiancee Josie live in Bellevue, Pennsylvania, and it's like right in their neighborhood. You can walk to these breweries. I talked to William today. There's 21 breweries coming.
That's so cool.
And they have bands outside and in the bars. It's going to be great. We're all going. So Beer Fest last weekend, Beer Fest next weekend.
I mean, there's a Beer Fest this weekend too for us.
Yes, there is.
We're going to be at the Cleveland Beer Week is putting on an event called Barnyard Beer Bash. It's in Valley City. It's at the farm where
Is it,
Butcher and the Brewer,
yeah,
right? Chris and his group kind of have a part in that. And we're going to take over this farm, and there's live music and there's food, and we're going to have tents there. Avon Brewing Company and Medina Brewing Company are tent sponsors, so we'll be there as well. It's in Medina County, so Medina is going to be a spotlight for there. I know Hoppy Dudes is going to be there from Medina.
Oh yeah.
With their pickle beer. Those guys are my dudes, man.
Yeah.
Hoppy Dudes are
I tried
epic.
that at the fest last weekend.
Oh,
That's
so
good.
good.
It's so good. Yeah.
So the Hoppy Dudes are.
You wouldn't
are
think
gonna,
a pickle beer would be good, but dude,
it's
try
not
it.
sour. It's a straight up.
Yeah, it's good.
So good. So
Yeah.
Hoppy Dudes will be there. Barnyard Beer Bash. Get your tickets now. We posted it on Avon Brewing Company and Medina sites, but it's through Cleveland Beer Week. So get out. It was a great event last year on this farm. Lots of parking. Great beer, good food, great music. I think Van Arlo's going to be there. They're a pretty big staple in the Medina area. So come to the Medina Beer Fest at Barnyard Beer Bash. You're not going to regret it. Also, Medina Brewing Company will be at the Southtown Music Festival.
What?
So
I didn't know about this.
see, I have a music venue that you don't know about. So all day throughout Medina on
I'm
Saturday,
taking notes now. You know.
8/19 is the Southtown Music Fest, which is in Southtown, Medina, which is where we're located in Medina, and trying to revamp that Southtown area, part of the square, right? So they're going to have bands all day long. We're going to have a tent. Wrecking Crew's going to have a tent, and Loggerheads is going to have a tent there. And we're going to be pouring beer, and people listen to music all day long. We're going to have a band in the middle of the day at Medina Brewing Company just to kind of roll things through. But there'll be bands throughout all the other establishments there, also the main stage. So great day to be in Medina County, both the Barnyard Beer Bash and the Southtown Music Festival.
You caught me taking a drink. That sounds awesome.
I feel good about it. I
That
win.
sounds fantastic.
I win because I don't have a lot of music stuff to talk about. I mean, last week we didn't talk a whole lot about it, but you know, Morgan Wallen was in Columbus for 2 nights.
I don't know who that is.
Morgan Wallen. Last night we let the liquor talk. What? You're dead to me.
I'm dead to him.
Not really. It's fine.
Okay.
He's what the mullet came from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he shaved his head, though, on Saturday, so it's all good. What other music events you got? Let's talk about not country music events.
Okay, sorry. So, number one, we got Billy Morris and the Sunset Strip this Saturday, August 19th at the Greyhawk Golf Club in LaGrange. Wow, this beer is catching up with me.
This is great.
I think it's the first time they played out there, but out in LaGrange, man, if you're out there, get out there and see.
Now,
Billy.
have you been to the Greyhawk Golf Club?
I have not.
Man, it is so pretty.
Really?
It is
You been there?
gorgeous. Yeah, you're not in LaGrange, man. It is. It is so awesome.
Are you a golfer?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
but I hang out at the golf course sometimes at the Greyhawk.
Okay.
Right at their. We have some events there for school as well. We did a new teacher orientation there on purpose.
Okay.
Really cool bar, great food, good people, great view. And Billy's going to be there. So get yourself out to see Billy Morris there this Saturday at Greyhawk.
Yes.
Boom.
Now check this one out. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is Friday, August 18th.
I know.
Grandmaster Flash.
Love that.
Get out. Really?
It's fantastic.
I didn't know he was touring anymore.
Well, I mean, he's at the Hall of Fame.
Well,
I love that venue.
Yeah.
Man. Have you seen bands there?
Oh, yeah. That's
So
a
fun.
great, yeah,
It's
that's a great
right
venue.
there.
Yeah. Kind of intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So, Danzig, Temple Live, September 13th. You would think Danzig would be something I'd be into, but I can't do it. I can't do it. It's his voice. Mother. Can't do it, man. Come on.
So you just witnessed a few tasters make Dave sing songs.
Hey, you got another beer?
We should do this more often.
Yeah.
This is kind of fun. And now that we're at your house here in Avon, we can definitely have a peanut gallery and do this more often.
We got a couch right over there. You can crash.
So email us at blabbermalt@gmail.com. Let us know about you following us and you want to come hang out with us for our pumpkin tasting and
Yes.
and you can hang out here too.
Yeah, you can't stay though. You got to go.
But I can do that.
Yeah, he can stay.
Yes. I see Billy Morris again.
Yeah, he the Four Horsemen, which is a Metallica cover band.
They're good.
They're fantastic.
They're really good.
They play a lot of like old Metallica, you know, not the new crap.
I think it's all good.
September 15th at Rockin' on the River. So that's right where we were for the Beer Fest last week.
Yes,
it's a good
definitely
venue.
want to go for that.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely, man.
He and I talked about that last week. Also, the same day though, I like this band too. Surprisingly, I like this band as well. Flogging Molly.
Oh, I love them. Yes,
I do. Where are they at? You didn't write it down.
I didn't put the venue down. I think it's.
We'll post that as well down below.
I don't remember.
This is a great ending to a show.
I think it's the Agora. I think it's the Agora. It was the last venue I checked out.
Okay.
And October 28th.
One of your favorites.
Mushroom Head.
Yes.
Oh, man. Saw them at Incarceration. They just destroyed the place. I'd like to go see that. But, you know, I was looking at that date and I was thinking, that's dangerously close to the Kiss concert that Eric booked for me, but or got tickets for us. But that's the 22nd, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
You guys roll the party through.
I don't know. My wife is telling me I have a scheduling conflict with that. So.
We'll check your calendar later.
Hey, let's get one more beer in here before we.
So we can do that. It's already 8:07. This is allowing us to go
this
over
is gonna, this
our
is gonna
hour.
Be you know what? We're not paying the studio now. We can go as long as we want, bruh.
We were just to be done at 8 o'clock, so we can keep rolling. This is kind of a fun. Save this for last. One of the things that Maine is known for, which I didn't know about until I was there this time, blueberries. Everything is blueberry in Maine.
Yeah.
From food to dessert to beer to wine, blueberry, everything. And so I would say that this was a really good blueberry ale from Bar Harbor, right in Bar Harbor, Maine, which I really enjoyed Bar Harbor. I think it was what you'd expect to be almost a touristy style Maine place with all the shops everywhere. It was almost like you're at a beach, right? And like the Outer Banks or anywhere like that where there's shops across the street. They're all the same and you can walk around and enjoy yourself. But there's also mixed in, if you were diligent in doing your research, right? Some cool spaces that were pretty local, right?
Crack that beer.
All right. You said talk about the beer.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So why I do that,
it.
Dave, if somebody wanted to try, so we also I drank all of mine. Dave did not drink all of his, the cream ale. Is there ever an option? Like how does someone, so they can come to my place and try all the beers we always talk about, right? Like the Lucky's lemonade, which is on tap today at Avon Brewing Company. But how does someone say, I want to try Dave's coconut lime beer or get a keg somehow or just for fun? Like how does that happen? Tell me why I pour this. Tell us how that works.
Well,
because you can do that, right? Why not? We're sharing beer with friends.
Yeah, you could. That was one of the email questions we got.
I saw that.
Can I commission Dave to brew a beer for me? Well, no, I can't sell it to you, but you can come in and you can help me brew it and pay for the ingredients and get a keg of beer.
That's kind of fun.
Or we can bottle it, but you gotta come and help me bottle it. Which brings up a point. We oh, look at that. We got big trouble. Big trouble.
This episode is brought to you by Monster Energy.
No, it's not.
Not officially because he won't pay for it. But we have these little really cool mats that say Monster Energy so I don't ruin Dave's table down in the basement with overpouring, which I just did.
That's all right. Actually, Monster Beverage cannot sponsor this because it's an alcoholic beverage, and that's what Eric told me.
So what was your question on that, Dave? What was your apprehension on brewing with somebody?
Well, you gotta come in and help me out. You know, I don't want to do all the work. Pay for the ingredients. Come in. We'll drink some beer. We'll make some beer, and we'll have a good time. And we'll bottle it or give you a keg, and a jockey box, and you invite me to the party that's going to be served at. You know,
Boom. That's fun.
that's
And we'll
the
do a
key.
BlabberMalt
You
show there,
invite me
too.
to the invite me to the party.
So there's nothing wrong with that. So yes, can you commission a keg from Dave? Yes. Short answer, yes. Long answer, you got to come brew with
You
Dave,
gotta
which is
help
part
me,
of the
man.
deal, right? So
Yeah,
come
yeah.
and brew, hang out, have a beer or two. It's part of the fun.
And you can you buy a keg from ABC?
Every time you want.
Yeah.
We also sell 6 barrels of almost all of our beer. Give us a little bit of time, and we can always make you one too.
Yeah, we've we bought kegs from ABC
Yeah,
for a
it's been
party.
fun.
This is good.
Thank you. So blueberry, it's one of the things they do, and almost everybody has a blueberry beer. You know, tastes like blueberry.
Yeah,
This is definitely
tasty.
extract, but it is what it is, right? I mean, I'm sure there's real blueberries in it, but that blueberry flavor you're getting is probably a little bit of extra in there too, just to be fair. It's good. I really enjoy that.
It's
That's why I brought it
tasty.
back.
It's tasty. Yeah,
So how did we do tonight?
yeah. You got to email us. You got to leave a comment. How did you like the new venue? Do you like the lights? Do you like our sound effects? What do you think? How's the video production? You know, be hard on me because I could use improvement. I could
That's
use
fine.
some tips. Send me some YouTube videos. I'll watch them. I watch them all.
So let's hit the grain out because this is our favorite part of the show.
It's time to grain out. Grain
Next
out.
week, we have a pretty cool episode.
Yeah, we're going to be out in Lakewood, Ohio, checking out Beer Engine.
Heck yeah.
It's probably one of the premier beer bars in the area, I would
I
say.
agree.
Yeah. They always have, they're bringing in crazy stuff all the time. They're rotating their taps. They keep their beer lines clean. They have great food.
They do.
Yeah, they got a killer
Killer burger.
chicken
Oh, the burgers are
paprikash.
I was
Burgers
going
are
to say burgers.
burgers are great. Chicken paprikash is great too.
I haven't had it. I have to
No.
try it.
Oh, dude, come on.
Absolutely. So one more time, if you want to be on our show, we're going to introduce this idea to come here and have a beer tasting with us pretty soon. So Dave, one more time, how do they do that?
Well, you're going to email us at blabbermalt@gmail.com and give us your name. Give us a reason why you want to be on the show. You love pumpkin beers. You love Mathias's hairdo now. And give us your tag that you go by on YouTube or wherever you're attesting that you like and follow us and subscribe, because that's what we want. You give something, you get something. You come on the show, you got to follow us, you got to like, you got to subscribe. So
And if we actually get more than 4 people that want to be here, we will do a random drawing and we'll have you here too. So.
if not, I'll just get my brother to come on or Mike, you got to email too. Come on.
Absolutely. So before we close out tonight, right, we're on so many different sites now, right? How do people find us outside of Facebook Live?
You can follow us anywhere. You can search for us, The BlabberMalt Show, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, at BlabberMalt, at X and Instagram. The other sites you can search for The BlabberMalt Show, and we'll pop up. And just
Absolutely.
and follow us in all those locations because we need the numbers, bruh.
Like, follow, and we would love a share too, to be honest.
Oh yeah, share us.
Share away. I think I would love to have
Tell
as
your
many
friends.
shares as we could.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I appreciate it, Dave. Thanks for having us here to your house today.
Cheers, man.
We have something new for you
Excited.
tonight. We have some outro music. So
We
until
do.
then,
Stay
stay
malty,
malty, Cleveland.
Cleveland.